a statue of King Ramses II that they found in Memphis. The hieroglyphics that are encircled are referred to cartouches. They're called cartouches. Check out that chiseled nipple. That's a royal nipple. In his hand, he's holding what is an actual stamp. It's supposed to be a stamp.
I forget the money you gave it to me. That 20, $20.
Check with the guard. Check with the guard.
Hey, you saw her?
That's Ramses with the upper crown. And that's Ramses with the lower crown. It's the same person. It's to signify the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt. I just recorded these placards in backwards, so this is actually the first one. You good?
I haven't more than that you gave it to me, this dollar. All Egyptian. From Miami.
You ready?
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with you. I'm waiting you.
Okay.
But you're not getting there.
Where?
You'll be outside to see.
Yeah.
Make video.
Well, I mean, are you ready to go outside?
Yeah. Statues all here, red granite for the Isis, without the ostrich, as we can see, because here they make it as like the common god in Memphis, not like in the same time that they worship her.
Okay. I have two questions.
Yes,
The first one is red granite.
Luxor, Upper Egypt,
Luxor, Upper Egypt.
red granite.
In America, there's not really any red granite. It's like gray or dark. It's not.
When you go to, if you go to Luxor, you will see quarry for red granite. Luxor is famous with the stones, different kind of stone, but especially red granite in Luxor.
Okay, and then the other is the hair wig.
They must always shaved to away from the stuff
For health, for health,
for health. Not only men.
cleanliness.
Yes. Ladies else must have a wig.
Okay, all
No
right.
hair.
Okay, so that's why it's
They have a
strange.
wig.
Okay,
But the wig is different between common and the kings and queen.
Did-
Common one and the different and the same one in the same place, in the same time, like in Old Kingdom, not the same like Middle Kingdom, not the same wig in the New Kingdom. Each one has its own style for the short, the kilt. One is triangle, like this, Akhenaten and Tutankhamun, triangle, rectangle. It's for the Old Kingdom and the New Kingdom. So it's a different style for each period of time.
okay.
For the headdress, for the stuff like
The alabaster Sphinx of Memphis.
yeah.
Is this
As the beard, you see, as a man,
is this
alabaster.
is this supposed to be this exact? Is this supposed to be supposed to be like the other Sphinx, like with the beard, or is it different?
It's the same, but the other one missing the
The
beard.
cobra in the beard.
Yes, in British Museum. But this one as a lady, but she make herself like this. She wanted to say, I'm powerful like a man. I can control Egypt.
Ah,
Alabaster Sphinx for Queen Hatshepsut.
the British strike again.
Yes.
And these were all parts of the same
These
thing that
three
was
triads.
the triad,
Triad of Memphis. Yes.
the triad of
That is
Memphis.
Sekhmet warrior with the head of lion. As we can see, here is Ramses II, and this is Hathor with the sun disk over her head and two horns, because that's the god of motherhood. So have these two horns as the god of motherhood, and the names for them here in hieroglyphics. This is Parade of Memphis.
And the one on the left, what you said, what was her?
This is Hathor,
Hathor?
god of love and motherhood.
And
And
then
this is warrior, god of warriors, god of Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
With a lioness head.
they have a lot of these statues are made out of red granite. It's granite like we have that's like gray and dark black, but instead of the darker color, it's mainly red. It's less common in the U.S., but
False door here, else false door. The job for false doors to be a way to the heaven across a small place like this to get the spirit or a car to get into the journey of the afterlife. And you can see out here a lot of places like the red granite coffin, one piece here is the granite coffin, in the curve, one block of red granite coffin you get from Luxor and Upper Egypt. And this is the lid of this coffin. Have a symbol as you can see. Here it got a noble set of mummification and embalming, and the four sons of Horus here, and here god of Isis, ostrich, as we can see Isis here, magic and love, and the eye of Horus as we can see, and representation of hieroglyphics. This one is marked from Book of the Dead. This is spells for protection from any evil or bad eyes. We put it outside in the sarcophagus to protect the spirits.
I've read that
Spells.
Tahoth was the one that wrote Tahot.
God Tahut.
He was the responsible. He was the one responsible for the Book of the Dead.
Book of the No.
For
It's
recording.
Just, no. It's just it's God of wisdom.
God of wisdom.
Yes. It must be a big column for Ramses II, the temple, but we only have the base now under the name of Ramses II.
Was this in America? We grow up, and one of the subjects that they teach is called, bear with me, American history. Do they, whenever you come through school, do they have like Egyptian history where they teach like the civilization of Egypt?
Ancient, yes. That's
okay.
nice.
Okay.
As we can see, Ramses II, but wearing a white crown, symbol of Upper Egypt, made out of red granite. Step left forward, short royal kilt, beard, symbol of royalty. And in his right hand side, a remains of reddish color. That is its real color, original color. It must be that with this color, as you see, reddish brown here in right hand side.
Okay, and in his right hand, is that the stamp
No,
or
it's a flail.
A flail?
Flail, yes.
Okay.
It's not the stamp. And almost destroyed stuff. As we can see, all his original pieces bought from the temple of God Betah, the creator, but all is demolished by the underground water. But all one piece of this in any country, they make a big museum for it. You see this drawing, it's around 2100 BC. All these pieces. I smell garden when I come closer like this.
Okay.
Nice smell.
Is it nice? Okay.
I like it.
Okay. Well, if it's not good, let me know. I'll stay away.
No. You mix.
Okay.
No shower today.
Okay. All right.
It looks like a garden.
And that's a short flail. That's trash cans. Water basin, maybe? Washing machine, circa 2000 BC. Who was responsible for the excavation of all this when they found it?
It's something in the aid Egyptian archaeologists in the aid of UNESCO. Till now we make it the same. In Saqqara, I'll show you now a place we discovered from just only 4 months.
Okay.
In Saqqara.
4 months ago?
We discovered 22 sarcophagus.
Okay. And this was a sarcophagus that held
Red granite.
No, it would have held a body. Would it?
But we make one inside each other. This is one part. We have most of these one inside each other.
And
This is the lid, the cover.
And that went on top.
Yes, over it. Very heavy.
That's very
We
heavy.
must make like this to not easy to get the gold, to not easy to get the money.
Okay.
But the British get it.
The British strike again. Okay.
if we have a British around us, they kill us.
The sun's kind of making it difficult to film. It's casting gnarly shadows. They've excavated this, and they've put signs up, information signs, but out here under the heat, they've fairly destroyed the information signs. So I'm not sure priority wise where it's at on their list of things to, update. But it would be nice to see new signs. And see, we just saw that red granite sarcophagus with the lid. This is another, it looks like a storing chamber with what looks to be a lid. And they made some pretty serious lids. We're not talking about Pringles cans here with a little plastic pop top. They're pretty solid. Whenever they put something in a jar, they definitely did not want someone to bring it back out. And I want to reiterate something. This is just sitting out here like it's on the ground. It's not an ornamental thing. It's just stored out here in sections. It's not, I'm sitting on rock dirt. 2,000, 3,000 years of history. Excuse me, I had peppers for breakfast. 2,000, 3,000 years of history just sitting in the dirt. It was built in the dirt. It was found in the dirt. The water is actually the real culprit for deterioration. But these are pretty massive things. The tour guide keeps re-emphasizing the fact that it wasn't aliens. But I gotta tell you, that's one hell of a wooden pulley system to lift these fucking things and ship them where they needed to go. Which, by the way, there were no rails or air carrier. It wasn't moved by Caterpillar. And these look like pots, chiseled pots. But I'm not sure if they were for plants or if they were to carry like a pestle for something, or if they were to collect water or to hold water. That's unclear to me. And it's not exactly a priority question that I have. This right here is another sarcophagus. I guess the plural will be sarcophagi, since there's several of them, but this is a single one. And this more than likely is one, but she said that they would set one inside of another. Look at that big bastard. I can see why they think it was aliens. Because damn. Here's another one. And even though it was chiseled into granite, which isn't easy to chisel into, after 2,000-3,000 years, even the sun takes a toll on granite. See, they've got this one protected, so it must mean something. The sun's really giving me a pinch in the ass on this. It's about 1:32 in the afternoon. An old girl up there certainly working overtime on us. there's a nice breeze, but just taking a look and imagining what it would be like to walk in the high period where these were freshly built. Luscious gardens, freshly carved statues before they got all grimy and dirty. It must have been something else. It's just weird seeing so much red granite. It's really not very common in the US from my experience. But the tour guide said that it's specific to an area, a quarry in Luxor, where they quarried it. The pyramids were encased, the outer layer was encased in white limestone, which is reason why they were built where they're at, because it was a quarry. It was close to the quarry where they got the stones. I thought it was because they built them on a high area so that they could be visible. But she said that wasn't it. It was more along the lines of them building it closer to the quarry so that they didn't have to move it so far, because that's where the quarry was at, is where they put it. But if you take a look at where they're at in the surrounding area, it's just about the highest elevation in the area. So this is the museum of Memphis, the Memphis Museum. Where's the ticket? Yeah, the Memphis in Memphis. So we're going to be heading to Saqqara here in a second. And they're fasting, and I don't see how these cats do this in the heat, but troopers for sure.
This is carpets school. In this area you will see a lot of handmade carpets school. The lady, the children, the husband, all they work together in this place. The government makes these places for them to selling their products, to help them. Because as you can see, that is the only factory thing that they can do it here. Selling fresh fruits and make the handmade stuff like the carpets.
How far is Saqqara?
That's 5 minutes. 2
Okay,
minutes from
okay.
here. The end of the street is Saqqara. This is my favorite place. You will love it. It's island of peace. You walking around the history. You look like you're walking around history. Everything from 2700 BC. Right hand side, this is Saqqara. This is the famous thing that they have it here. Cabbage fields and agricultural lands around us. Corn, grasses, carpets.
I see the fields, Do they use modern farm equipment, or do they still rely? Do they?
No, the modern. See this cone? What's this? For pigeon.
For pigeon?
Yes, bird, pigeon.
They have pigeons here?
Pigeon a lot. They eat it here. They make it not the one in the street. The small one they make it here, and they can make it as a grill and with rice. They eat it here. It's amazing.
These palm trees. There's a lot of palm trees
Yes,
right
for
here.
dates only, not coconut.
Okay.
Okay, you with me to the X-ray, and then we'll continue.
Right.
Then we'll see.
Hi.
Support us in our business in tourism. American, the first one, when they coming, all the nationalities come behind them. So that is good for us. That is
Zoser.
the oldest. Zoser. Jesser. Step pyramid 2700 BC, the oldest pyramid ever in all mankind. And this remains of the temple, the Valley temple. They do here the offering and prayers for the God to be close to the gates from here. Just get the ticket 1 minute.
Okay. Okay.
Saqqara contains the oldest pyramid ever in all mankind, 2700 BC. King Jesser, the founder of the third dynasty, ordered a great architecture called Imhotep to make something unique. It's not only a hole in the ground to be his tomb. Before him, he just built a deep hole with a lot of rooms under the ground to be a tomb for him. But he wanted to make something unique. He gave a time for the great architecture of Imhotep to make the unique complex. It's not only a tomb, complex with enclosure wall, with the columns, colonnades area, open court that contains a step pyramid. So it's amazing area till now from 2700, and still it looks like you do it yesterday. The a lot of ones not correct and complete. They wanted to make a correct angles. Till we will see behind this area else the Ashur pyramids. For the two pyramids for king, the father of King Cheops, King Senefu. Right hand side we discovered from 4 months only this place for doing here mummification for animal and kings, and we discover here 22 sarcophagus. Recently we discovered, but before this area is just a road. In the aid of UNESCO we discovered this sarcophagus area. So we will getting now to the start to the complex. Started from the enclosure wall, and then the colonnades area, and then the open courts. That's we doing there the Heb Said festival. You know?
Yeah.
Heb Said festival.
Yes.
That's good.
What? How did they discover that back there?
It's just only a house, and then we see the started like we do this. We have nowadays something center instruments.
Yeah.
We know here it must be have something, and we have it. Before this, it's just only a road. We 5-6 years we getting the car over it.
Oh.
So till now, Saqqara full of treasure. If me and you try to digging, they catch us because they know this area full of treasure.
Ah.
And they still do excavation here, and they still found. Not tell us about this one because they not finished yet.
Okay.
My brother one of this excavation stuff, so I know the stories about this amazing area. هننزل من ورا بقى ماشي. Okay, let's go. This is my favorite place. In all places I have, I love this place. Because when you walk around, you feel you're walking around the history. All this area ever in all mankind. 2,700
Sound table. Okay.
2,700 BC, as we can see the enclosure wall, polished limestone, so soft like marble. This is the enclosure wall. It have 33 gates, like a closed door to the heaven. The only one is open in the middle. That is leads you to the colonnades area, leads you to the entrance. You wanted to make this something unique, not only a tomb, not only a pyramid, you make a complex by a great architecture. It called Imhotep. Saqqara, it derived from God Saqqar, god of death, because this area is necropolis area for the old kingdom kings buried around. One of the entrance of a palace, great palace. So we have 2 doors with the hinges here to can close it. You put your hands here to feel it. That is 2 doors. It's a symbolic one, like you're making. You're getting inside a great palace, not inside a tomb. He wanted to make afterlife place like his daily life place. You look like all is original except the ceiling here is not original one. Right hand side 20 columns and left hand side 20 columns. All is white limestone, all is original except the ceiling. Like the palm trees, one roots, and this area it's called the alcoves. It's number 42 alcoves to what 42 local god. Here statues for the local god, but all is stolen by the British. Here is all is originally except the ceiling. 20 column on right hand side, 20 column on left hand side.
Picture.
Pobres. Capita cotidiana. Agora vamos ver exemplo desse.
That's a long walk down.
Let's have another ticket. Extra ticket. And nothing inside.
Nothing inside. British.
Together we must to go British Museum
Ah,
to discover a lot.
yeah. Egypt Part 2.
Yes, Egypt Part 2. This is mastabas. That is the tombs for nobles and high officials, as you can see. So it's a rectangle in shape. And away in a haze, two pyramids in Dashur. For the father of King Cheops, it's called the King Senefru. Left hand side, it's called the bent pyramid, the mistaken one, with two different angles. The base was 55 degrees, the top is 43 degrees. Two different angles. So he didn't like this shape. He leave it. He make another one beside it with 45 degrees. That's called the red pyramids in Dashur for the father of King Cheops. The first correct and complete pyramid before Giza. This one, not Giza. This is red pyramid in Dashur. And so we surrounded with the steps for making pyramid. So the first one, the step pyramid, and then the bent one, the mistaken one, and then the red pyramid. And be up with me to see here. Come with me to see the Giza pyramid. From here, you see the ATV behind us, two pyramid up in a haze. You see?
Yes.
This is Giza.
That's Giza?
Yes, behind the ATV here.
Okay. So you could see these from a vast distance
Yes,
from one to the other.
yes. Try to walk in the sense, positive energy.
Positive energy?
Yes, sense. Here, my favorite place, this point, I'm behind the pyramid. You will feel relaxed, no pressure. You feel something different, I don't know. You can feel it, and then tell me. When I'm coming, I have different feeling. That is not the original block, by the way. This is, we have a restoration work for it. It's a temple, the Hepset temple. We hear the king change 42 custom in the ritual of the festival, Hepset festival. But he must wearing 42 custom in this temple. But now it just remains with the new blocks, as we can see.
The step pyramid of Zoser.
Zoser, just a founder of the third dynasty.
Founder of the third dynasty?
Yes, old kingdom. First one made limestone building in all mankind.
And is it solid? All that is solid, just built over the tomb, or is there rooms inside of it?
Rooms under the ground.
That's a lot of rock.
Yes, if we catch something here, we get in jail.
No Egypt Part 2.
Oh, part two in America.
Part 2 in
Yes.
America.
It's mine.
Hello, U.S. Embassy?
Yes.
I need help.
Yes, please. You will be in a minute in your country, but for me, forever in jail.
Forever.
House of south here and behind it house of north. In south he wearing the south crown. In north it's totally demolished. You can imagine 2700 BC. So it must totally destroyed. So we get inside this one south, and then we go behind to see the third dam. That is contain a statue for King Zeus, suggested, but not original. Original now, not British. In Egyptian museum in the ground floor. But we put the replica here to make the people to see it. But the original one for the statue, it's in the ground in the Egyptian museum.
Now, you're okay.
You attract.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's covered in sand. Was it original?
This is nothing. We did not discover. So we Bart leads us to get the second board. Bart leads to us to the second board. Till we're getting the whole complex.
But originally, it was all wide open out.
Here,
Oh,
it's a quarry for white limestone. I'll show you from up here, Bart, from this hill, a big hill here. You see from outside, it looks like papyrus and the lotus flower, symbol of Upper and Lower Egypt.
this might be a dumb question, but the Nile was used for river traffic to move stuff. Was bringing the lotus flower up? Was it a big market? Do you think back in the day to harvest it in the south and then to bring it up to the north?
Yes. Here it's a spells. It's not hieroglyphics line. It's a hieratic line. It's a line for religion people. It's a spells for protection from any evil or bad eyes. It's just only religion writings. There and this. Here where the king stand up and wearing double crown, symbol of south, crown of south, and here we put the incense because the spirit fed of the smell of the incense. You can try to be a king and deep breathing and close your eyes for 5 minutes. You see what's your feeling. Yes, like a king, deep breathing.
Out here with some Steven Soderbergh action.
The owner of the step pyramid, the statue, as we can see, it's a replica, not the original one. The original one is now in Egyptian museum in ground floor. But the statue here in a serdab. What the serdab means? That it's a wall has two holes to let the king to see the afterlife, to see the heaven across these two holes.
Ah.
You can put your phone here to make a picture. It's amazing. But it's not original statue. This feature in the statue.
Okay.
What is the time for the lunch? What you like it to have? We have a chicken. We have a mixed grilled chicken and beef with the salads, with rice, with everything. That is included in the tour. No extra.
Something light.
No light.
No.
Egyptians
no,
haven't.
okay.
Egyptians
Okay.
haven't light.
Okay.
I
There
make
is.
it in the end to make you to eat.
There isn't light. Okay.
You have a mixed grill or chicken only? What you like?
Mixed grill. We'll see what that looks like.
We have yeah. That's only it's included in the tour. You not pay anything.
Okay.
You just pay your drinks.
Okay.
Hope you enjoyed here.
Yes, it's very peaceful.
It's amazing place.
Yes.
I love it more than Giza Pyramids.
Yeah. It's a lot of tourists at Giza.
Yes.
But this is-
here is peace.
Yes. That's what I like about the desert.
Yes.
It's very peaceful.
You must do black and white desert. Search about it and googling about it and see it. You will love it.
What's
That's the remains of the Marshall Temple. They doing here pray and offering. Pray before we getting the mummy inside this tomb. We must to pray and purify it before getting inside. Pray with the God over the mummy and then getting here. You can see the remains of it here. That is the door under the No, come from here to see. Marshall Temple remains. To do offering and the prayer over the mummy before getting inside the tomb.
What was the population like? Was it a large population back then?
Where
Here, during the time that this was built.
no, not like us.
What? Okay.
Small population, not like us. And they are in everywhere it's called Kemet. Ancient. It's not Egypt.
Kemet.
Egypt is it's Greek-Roman. Greeks. Egypt. But it's come from Egypt. But before it's called Kemet. The fertile land, the black land. Because the fertility of Egypt in this time. They are all over Egypt. Not not like us today. 45 million, around 45 in Center and 10 million in Giza, 5 million in Alexandria. So we leave a lot of board for us. In a haze, this mountain, it's a quarry for white limestone. In a haze, this white part, if the weather is clear, you will see a big mountain. That's a quarry for white limestone.
The white wall.
Yes,
Ah.
inner hedge. Hope you enjoyed with us.
I have. Have you enjoyed with me?
A lot. If I'm not enjoying, I'm not working like I'm fasting, I'm not tired.
Yeah.
I'm waiting your friends to support us to come to Egypt.
All right.
You will do propaganda for us.
Advertising.
Yes.
Advertising. Say advertising. So
Advertising,
propaganda kind of has a
Okay,
negative.
Make it advertising for us
Yes.
with money. Okay?
Yes.
Marketing.
Marketing. There we go. That's better. That's a lot better.
Each one he coming, get you percentage. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And when you coming, you are free.